to British-Fba Clubhouse here in San Juan as we bring you the continuation of your Milcu Sports Gospels Basketball 2026 School-Based Division. This is our second game of today's quadruple header, featuring the Lourdes School of Mandaluyong versus the British-Fba. We are live on our official Facebook page and YouTube channel of your Milcu Sports Gospels Basketball at my live streaming pa via Pilipinas Live app. Now let us meet the starting five from both teams. First from the Lourdes School of Mandaluyong. At guard number 6, Lev Sumulong. At guard number 82, DJ Realio. At 4, number 49, Matthew Espinosa. At 4, number 3, Marcos Morelos. Playing center, number 16, Joaquin Sen. Now let us meet the starting lineups from your British-Fba. At guard number 0, Ryder Tanya. At guard number 11, Luis Lopez. At 4, number 15, Jack Austin. At 4, number 18, Abirman Mani. Playing center, number 6, Adam Sharma. Our games officials for the day ball game, Pascal Pineda, Salmar Manamsal, and Bobby Mendoza. This game is under the supervision of our technical head commissioner, Mr. Saldi Sandro.
Starting five for both teams. For British-Fba, it's Tan, Lopez, Austin, Ramani, and Sharma. For Lourdes School of Mandaluyong, it's Sumulong, Realio, Espinosa, Joaquim C, and Marcos Morelos. Our second game of 4 dito sa Milcu Sports Got Skills 2026 School-Based Division. As we are looking at both teams that are searching for their first victory dito sa ating tournament so far. Baron Mercado covering the action live here inside Green Hills West Clubhouse in San Juan City. For British-Fba, wasn't present in the last 2 weeks na nag-cover ako dito. Meanwhile, for Lourdes School of Mandaluyong, lost to De La Salle Stobel, and yung latest talo nila was courtesy of the JRU Bomba. We had a close game na talagang naging opportunity for this Lourdes School of Mandaluyong to get that first victory. Yun nga lang, unfortunately I should say, towards the end, Marcos Morelos turned the ball on that last play that led to that basket, game-winning basket on the side of JRU Bomba, and scoring the first 2 points is Jack Austin for British-Fba. Then both teams wearing white, pero hindi tayo malilito dito. British-Fba wearing white with red and yellow. Meanwhile, LSM wearing their white and blue. Parang North Carolina yung style ng kanilang jerseys, or that early 2004 Orlando Magic squad. Saktong-sakto yung pasa doon ni C. Goes for that jumper. First 2 points for a DJ Realio, one of the players needing to play well this day para sa LSM. Jack Austin, a deadly scorer for British-Fba, made the first scoop layup, missing on that second three-pointer. He'll be matched up against Marcos Morelos. Reb Sumulong, Espinosa has played well on that first quarter. Here's Morelos, goes for that fake, spins, waits for the offensive play or defensive player to commit. Overshot that one to a miss. They will recover the ball back. Nice steal by Austin. Here's Jack. Returns it to Austin for the 2. 4 points para dito kay Jack Austin. And he's the main man for this British-Fba squad, as both teams looking for their big victory here. Sharma versus C sa ating interior, as Sharma secures that rebound. Looking to push the pace for them, I believe, is a Brady. That floater won't drop. Sharma, too strong on the putback. And there is something about this game na talagang magiging maganda for everyone involved, as it's nice to see both teams with 0 wins fight it out. Dahil makikita natin parehong gigil, parehong gustong manalo nitong magkaparehong team. But of course, only one can prevail as Sharma misses his second. Couldn't get an opportunity. Outsten will give it to his big, once again guarded by Se. That is off the mark. Close to a traveling call. Referees didn't call it. Reario rejected that time. Good defense by British-Fba. Will send it on the left. Jumper. That is in by Ryder Tan. A solid start for British-Fba. Tan getting that block on Reario, and now they have a 4-point advantage, I should say. Morelos stepped through for that 3. That is off the mark. Oudsted secures that rebound. Here's Jack, has 4 points in this game. Stops on the dime. Couldn't get that layup to go through. Reario naman ang babawi. Nice steal by Jack. Oudsted will score his 6th point. For British-Fba, I believe they only have 5 players in this game, or at least 6. Meanwhile, for LSM, they have at least 8 or 9. So let's see if that will be a factor in this game, as Morelos looking to score his first 2. Balik dito kay DJ Reario. That is off the mark. Recovering. Nice pass. Referees will call a shot clock violation. Balik ang bola sa LSM as Espinosa was able to close out on that defense. He was the one who led that charge in the first quarter against a JRU Bomba last week. Tingnan natin this week if he can be productive as well. Tan made that shot, made that block, steps for that shot. Had a good line. Marcos Morelos secures that rebound. Sabi na sa akin kanina, after that heartbreaker of a loss, pinag-aralan daw nila ng kanyang father what happened on that last play, and rest assured, babawi daw itong si Marcos Morelos. Not only that he committed that game-altering turnover, pero 4 fouls itong si Morelos the rest of the way, na kung na-control niya lang yung kanyang foul trouble, medyo mas makakadikit or maybe mas makalayo itong LSM last game. Let's see if he can be a factor. And speaking of foul troubles for LSM, Joaquim Se will be needed here as he will look to be matched up against Sharma. Here he is, just too big to control. Arav Sharma is just head and shoulders above everyone. British-Fba up by 8. Rev Sumulong can hit this 3. That is their first 3-pointer of the game. He can be that knockdown shooter for LSM, cutting the lead to 5. Attacks on that offensive set, looking to take advantage dun sa kanilang mismatch between Ryder Tan and Rev Sumulong. 12-5 ang ating score, 4 minutes 05. Reario, second 3. That is off the mark. It is recovered by Outsten. Here's Jack. Sends it on the left side. We'll give it to Ryder. Tan, this time on the right, no problem. Gets that elbow jumper to go on the left, now on the right. Just swishing that ball in. A 9-point advantage for British-Fba. Sumulong has hit that 3-pointer earlier. We'll give it to Se. Here's Joaquin showing his range, and it's in. Big man showing his range in this game as they score 2 3-pointers in this first quarter. Jack Outsten has 6 points, 6 out of their 14. DJ Reario will be having a hard time containing Jack Outsten. Here he is off that drive. Se, I believe, will be called for that foul. Nabanggit sa akin kanina ni Coach Lon that Se will need to control and will need to know kung kailan siya magbibigay ng mga fouls, because he will be needed here for his team. LSM will call for time, our first of the game. 3:12 remaining in the first. 14-8 ang ating score dito. Jack Oudston has 6 points in this quarter. Jack misses on his first opportunity as he looks to will his team here for their first victory. Second shot is in. 7 points for Jack Oudston. One less of the total ng LSM dito sa ating opening quarter. As we approach the final 3 minutes of this first quarter between British-Fba and LSM. And both teams are looking for their first win. Reario from the corner. That is off the mark. Sharma secures that rebound. Ryder Tan has 4 points. Stepping through for that jumper. That is off the mark. Sharma looking for that spin. Nice block. On the other side, gets that call to go once again is Baroga. Chazi Baroga will be called for his first foul. Arav Sharma, too strong on the free throw. Isa pa para kay Arav. Knocks down the second. Has 3 points in this game. Has made his size felt as early as the first quarter. As we are 2 minutes 35 remaining in the opening quarter. Reario has been missing those 3-point shots this time. Still a miss. Goes for that save is Espinosa. DJ from the corner it goes. Leave having 4 points. Itong si DJ Reario. I-discarte once again. Luis Lopez gives it to Jack Oudston for 3. Off the mark of that tap. Balik dito kay Espinosa. Here's Matthew zigzagging his way in. Looking for DJ. Reario from the elbow. That is off the mark. Espinosa, double team. Balik kay Reario. Se has 1 3-pointer. DJ locks and loads. That is off the mark. Hasn't hit that 3-point shot. Itong si DJ Reario. He's having his good looks here sa ating opening quarter. Ryder for that basket. It's front iron. Now on the run. LSM looking to cut this 6-point lead to a 3 or 4-point deficit. As we approach the final minute 20, Ses steps through for that 3. That is too strong. Ryder Tan looking to push the break here. Guarded by Reario. Last touch daw si DJ. Knox Aguilar has entered the game. Fly by 3. Here's Jack Oudston. So both teams struggling from the 3-point area as we are into the last minute. Baroga sends it. Knox Aguilar just enters this game. Had a clean look. Bigay dito kay Joaquin Se. Goes for that strong drive. I believe Sharma will be called for that foul.
Foul number 6 of Sharma. It says first personal foul for CBA. He reversed for Joaquin Se.
Joaquin Se has been a vital piece for this LSM squad. Sinks his first free throw. Yan yung mga unang 2 games ni Joaquin. He either is in foul trouble or fouled out. Last game, he played his best game, not having a foul trouble and also providing some big baskets. Here's Espinosa on that tough drive. Baroga secures it. Knox Aguilar this time. Bang! Cuts the lead to 2 as Knox Aguilar can be that knockdown shooter again. No pun intended para dito kay Aguilar. Inches closer won't work. Para dito kay Tam, here's Arav. Gives it to Jack Oudston. Double pumps that shot to no avail. Final 15 to go. LSM looking to tie or maybe take the lead. Espinosa will give it to Aguilar. Balik dito kay Espinosa with 5. Matthew steps through for that shot. That is way off. That is the end of our first quarter. 16-14. after an 8-point advantage by British-Fba, I should say. Itong Lourdes School of Mandaluyong made their own counter run. Only down by 2 at the end of the first. Magbabalik po kami. Start our second quarter dito sa Milcu Sports Got Skills 2026. Ramani will start off the play for British-Fba. Lamang sila dito ng dalawa, 16-14. Baron Mercado covering the action dito sa loob ng Green Hills West Clubhouse in San Juan City. British-Fba had a 10-2 opening quarter, pero itong LSM nakabawi with 3 3-pointers courtesy of Nox Aguilar, Joaquim C, and DJ Reario. Or I should say Rev Sumulong scores that 3-pointer to start for LSM. Morelos hasn't scored yet in this game. That's at least back-to-back misses for Carlos Garcia. Let's see if they can give Nox Aguilar some clean looks. A shooter for them, as you see the head coach for British-Fba, or one of the coaches, talking to his players here. They misfire on that shot courtesy of Ramani. So Joaquim Se will do the point guard duties here for LSM. Here's Nox Aguilar. Couldn't get that first 3-point shot to go. Attempting to scoot one in para dito sa Lourdes. Marco Veleza, or as you say, that is a Makalindog. Couldn't score for them on that last opportunity. Again, live po tayo sa Milcu Sports Basketball Tournament Facebook page, YouTube channel, Tiebreaker Times Facebook page, and of course sa Pilipinas Live app. Maraming salamat. A special shoutout sa lahat ng nanunood as Joaquim C was stopped on that layup attempt. Good hustle para dito kay Luis Lopez. Not giving up despite giving a couple of inches in size, and of course a build. Joaquim C has that advantage. Steps through. Goes for that fake extra pass. Aguilar was taken away there. Jack Oudston has 6 points. Creates that contact. Will shoot his free throws. Let's see if Jack can add more points. Scored 6 of their first 8 points. He can knock it down for 3. He has that range. He has that touch. Knocks down the first free throw. Ryder Tan also had a good first quarter, making those elbow jumpers from the left and the right side. Will not get that friendly roll. Baroga secures that rebound. 17-14 ang ating score. Goes for that shot is Nox. Off the mark. Babawi itong si Joaquim C. Ball is almost stripped. Another open look for the tie. Nox Aguilar having those good lines but just couldn't convert. Just hoisting those 3-pointers itong LSM. British-Fba daring them to shoot. Ryder Tan goes all the way. Has at least 6 points in my count. Him and Oudston combining for at least 12 points of this team, or make it 13 of their 19 points. Galing kay Oudston and the Ryder Tan. Outside shots for LSM, not working. Aguilar still tries. That's at least 4 misses in a row from the outside. And British-Fba is just giving them those 3-point baskets, as Sharma will be pushed down by the much smaller Veleza. And with 6:44 remaining, merong timeout call. British-Fba extends the lead to 5. (19-14) is the score with 6:40 remaining. Dito sa ating second quarter, Ryder Tan couldn't make it back-to-back. Almost a tap by Sharma. Baroga gets that ball. Looking to inch closer. Itong LSM. Joaquim Se on the other hand, finally basket going in for LSM, and they could have, or they should do this more often. Bigay nila kay Se yung bola and just attack the defense of Sharma. Knocks down the bonus. It's a 19-17 score with 6:10 remaining. British-Fba kanina lamang ng 5. Makes that swing. Floater drops in. Alexander Chiu gets that basket to go. His first points of the game. Nice to see Alexander having his minutes here and scoring on the left side. Yun nga lang, natawagan ng foul itong si Alexander Chiu. With 5:48 remaining, 16 seconds on the shot clock, 21-17. LSM will have possession. Naging maganda ang laro ni Baroga against JRU Bomba but hasn't scored yet in this game. Let's see what will happen in a couple of minutes. Knox Aguilar and crew, wala pa, ulit na shoot na 3-pointers dito. Let's see if they can add more points on the board. And speaking of board, uses the glass for that shot. Nico Makalindog enters the scoring fray, shooting his first 2. Chiu for 3. Good! Alex Chiu gets his 5th point of the game kanina with a floater, and now shooting for that 3, increasing the lead to 5. And another weapon has been discovered here by LSM. Knox Aguilar couldn't answer. Chiu gets that rebound. Oudston has at least 7 points. Goes behind his back to Tan. Missing on that step 2-3. Didiscarte once again. Knox Aguilar and company. Makalindog, who scored the last basket for LSM. Joaquin Se couldn't make on that attempt. Tan just grabs that ball in midair. Gives it to Oudston. Chiu thought he would shoot that 3. Waits for that step through. Balik dito kay Alex Chiu. Missing his first shot and now on the run once again. LSM not opting to run through that break. Finish is too strong. Ball going on the side of LSM. (24-19) ang ating score dito, approaching the final 4 minutes of our second quarter. Reario and Merelos, I believe, has checked back in. Merong foul na itatawag on Espinosa, if I'm not mistaken. Hasn't scored yet itong si Matthew. 24-19 ang ating laro dito. 3 minutes 54 remaining. At the line, Jack Oudston has at least 7 points. Misses on the first. Makes the second, 8 points na para dito kay Jack Oudston. Coach Lon will call for a timeout. They are now down by double, or I should say a 2-possession ball game. 25-19. Magbabalik po kami. Carlos Garcia and LSM down by 6 points. Marcos Merelos hasn't scored yet in this game. Let's see if he can be more involved on their offense dito sa ating second quarter of action. They swing it, a 3-ball, and it's in. Garcia has hit that 3, cuts the lead to 3 points para sa kanila, and those outside shots now looking to be falling. Here's Ryder Tan bumping against Ser. Ryder offshoots that one. And now looking to run once again. Breaking those ankles is Espinosa. Merelos inside. And now a chance to run here. Still down for the count here. Jack Oudston with a finish. Espinosa caught someone on that ankle breaker. And I believe that is Alex Tew. Ganda pa man din ang laro dito para kay Alex. He has 5 points off the bench. And that will not help FBA's cause dahil yun nga, 6 players lang available sa kanila. Hurt yung isa. Let's hope that he can return. Talking about Alex Tew. Kasi if not, the rest of the way, 5 na lamang to. Would have a difficult time for them to, you know, at least sustain this 5-point lead. Tew has been playing well. Pagkakapasok pa lang, a quick 5-point production for him. As we are entering the last 3 minutes, Garcia hits her 3-pointer earlier. Reario, here's Merelos, decides to drive. Marcos, high looper of a floater. Balik ang bola sa British-Fba. Looks to be okay itong si Alex Tew. Pinapagpag lang yung kanyang injury kanina. Almost a steal. Hindi na save ni Espinosa. 27-22. 2 minutes 30 remaining. Here's Ryder Tan. Still, I believe has scored 8 points na. Itong si Ryder. 8 points din kay Oudston. Here's Jack. Referees will call a travel. Either that will be a traveling call or a 3-second call. Inside para kay Sharma, pero si Oudston ang nahuli doon with an extra step. As we are nearing the last 2 minutes of our second quarter, bit of a slow flowing quarter for both teams. Espinosa hasn't really scored yet. Here's Inigo. Offshoots that one. Now on the chase, Luis. Rejected by Morelos. But sabi ng ating referees, merong arm caught. First foul para dito kay Morelos. And that's a good sign for them, at least on the second quarter. Dun niya nakuha yung kanyang unang foul. Luis Lopez will be at the line. Uses the glass for safety. 28-22 ang ating score. A minute 50 remaining. Couldn't secure the second. Ryder Tan, offensive rebound. Will give it to Jack Oudston. Has a lot of space to operate. Grabbing that ball high is a Marcos Morelos. DJ Reario, pinagpag yung depensa ni Oudston. Sharma just raises his hands for that rebound. We'll give it back to Oudston. Here's Jack. Couldn't complete that three-point play opportunity. As Makalindog this time is down for the count for LSM. Holding on to his ankle, maybe stepped on someone's foot on that last play. Couldn't put a weight on that ankle of his. So it's time for Baroga and company to step up. 28-22. Here's Jack Oudston. Has 8 points. Make it 9. At least on my unofficial count. Him and Ryder Tan combining for 17 of their 29 points. Knocks down the second. Has entered at least double digits itong si Jack Oudston. Balik sa largest lead of the game here at 8 points. LSM a bit slow for this game. We all know they can score. Scored 93 points last game against JRU Bomba, and that's the first 2 points of Marcos Morelos on that putback. 55 seconds, a shot. Didn't go in by Ramani. Reario in a 3 or 4 on 2 break. Couldn't complete and will just shoot that one in was Espinosa. Tatawagan ng foul itong si Luis Lopez. Espinosa off the mark on the first one. This time splits his trip. Lead is cut to 5 points. Final 40 seconds remaining. Dito sa ating first half of action. British-Fba so far looking good. Up by 5. Largest was 8. Nice to see Alex Tew back. Ramani fakes. Oudston from the corner. Couldn't get that friendly roll. Morelos secures that rebound. Final 20 to go. Let's see if he can answer. Full head of steam. Gets that block, but a contact nonetheless. On the free throw area, itong si Marcos Morelos. So that would be huge for British-Fba. Tatlong fouls na itong si Sharma, the lone big man for British-Fba. Morelos looks to score his third and fourth point. Knocks down the first free throw. Final 15 remaining. Hits both free throws. 15 seconds remaining. Here's Alex Tew. He has 5 points from way downtown. Couldn't hit his shot. Oudston attacks this defense. Will finish it home. And that is the last point of our first half, courtesy of Jack Oudston. He has at least 12 points in my count. British-Fba undermanned but performing well. 32-27, a 5-point lead. We are at halftime. Marcos Merelos, Matthew Espinosa, and the whole Lourdes School of Mandaluyong squad looking to make a strong third quarter as we start the second half of our second game of 4. Baron Mercado covering the action. Marcos Merelos scores his 6th point of the game. Jack Oudston has 15 points. Napakalaking performance for Jack Oudston in this game, shooting 5 out of 13 and 5 out of 8 from the free throw area. He has also 8 rebounds and 3 assists. Talking about Jack Oudston, Merelos meron ng 6 points dito. That's only the 4th turnover of British-Fba. That's one of the reasons why they're up here by 3. They have taken care of the ball well and forced a lot of missed shots on the side of LSM. 9 of 42 shooting para dito sa LSM. 12 out of 38 naman para dito sa British-Fba. Both teams having a poor shooting first half, pero yung advantage naman doon ng British-Fba, they have at least 32% shooting. Alex Tew has 5 points, as well as Sharma. 5 seconds to go. Goes through that shot. Won't work para kay Advic Ramari. Reario, Baroga out with the fake. Balik dito kay DJ. Sends it to Se. Joaquin finds an opening. Extra pass. Espinosa couldn't finish. Pero merong foul na itatawag on Ryder Tan, who has 6 points.
Matthew Espinosa. The Jordan Robinson submission for NBA.
(32-30) ang ating score. 8 minutes 18 remaining. British-Fba hindi pa nakakapuntos dito for LSM. They have scored 3 points so far. That attack by Merelos, and splitting on that free throw area was Espinosa. Here's Ryder for that jumper. Rims out. Let's see if LSM can tie or take the lead. Espinosa has that shot. We'll give it to DJ. Trying to shoot over Sharma, but I believe Sharma had a hand on that ball, preventing that made shot. Here's Alex Tew. who was hurt initially earlier but was able to make a comeback. Balik ang bola dito sa LSM, and if you are Lourdes School of Mandaluyong, you should make a run for it in the third quarter and make it a comfortable lead heading into the fourth, as this squad from British-Fba undermanned in this game and gonna use that fatigue against them. Let's see what will happen with 7:15 remaining. Couldn't hit that one-hand floater was Baroga. Outsten fakes, stepping through. Good defense by Lourdes on that time. Morelos is running on the right side. Espinosa takes it all the way. Matthew Espinosa with a score. British-Fba, LSM tied at 32 because of that wonderful move by Matthew Espinosa. Let's see what will happen here. 6:58 remaining. Timeout is called. Arav Sharma and British-Fba looking to regain the lead back. Full court pressure by LSM has only 4 turnovers in total nitong British-Fba. Kaya naman malaki ang kanilang kalamangan. And speaking of, I should say naging malaki ang kanilang kalamangan kanina. Had at least an 8-point lead. Pero for LSM, they are now looking to switch this game into their favor as a 3-point shot was missed by Marcos Morelos. Tabla tayo at 32. Jack Outsten for his 17-point sana. Couldn't complete that layup. Morelos looking to attack. Guarded by Outsten, our marquee matchup for today. Espinosa. Nice pass. Joaquim says settles for 3. That is off the mark. Outsten out rebounding 2 LSM players. As we are nearing the last 6 minutes, here's Jack with 15 points, I should say, turns around, looking to force the issue. Tiu fakes on that attempt, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Joaquim Se read that pass perfectly, uses his body. Cannot get that call. Better defense by Jack Outsten. Not giving up on that play. Tiu almost turning the ball away, double teamed here. Balik kay Lopez. Guarded by Baroga. Luis Lopez with that floater. 32 all ang ating score. British-Fba has been scoreless in the last 5 minutes or so. Morelos gets that rebound. Almost a steal. Joaquim Se pounds the ball inside, and that is foul number 4 on Arav Sharma. Again, needing to be careful. Itong si Arav Sharma and British-Fba with 5:13 remaining. Se with a miss. Again, undermanned itong British-Fba. Doesn't want them to have that disadvantage the rest of the way. Joaquim Se will knock down the second. As I look at the stats, Joaquim Se has 8 points and at least 5 rebounds for them. Eating the glass for this LSM squad. Lopez sends it to Jack. Ramari. Balik kay Lopez. 10 seconds to go. Tan. Couldn't get that pass to go through at upo muna. Itong si Sharma. 4 seconds to go for this 3. Had a good line kay Alex Tiu. Alex Chu, I should say, having a good line on that shot. Could be lethal if left wide open. Matthew Espinosa Knox Aguilar has hit 1-3 and he hits his second. 4-point lead for LSM. Hindi pa nakakapuntos ang British-Fba in this third quarter. Meanwhile, it's a 9-point quarter for LSM. Ryder Tan couldn't convert. Looking to push the pace here. Marcos Merelos on the left side, looking to attack. Gets that ball back for the putback. 8 points for Marcos Merelos. 11-0 run for LSM in this third quarter. Lopez will give it to Tan. Alex Chu, balik kay Lopez. Ken haven't scored in this quarter yet. Tan drives and Se will be called for his second foul. Reario will be called for that foul, making it 4 fouls para dito kay Reario. Sabi ni Reario, kala ko 3 fouls lang, but that would put him to 4 fouls. Ryder Tan looking to put the first points para dito sa British-Fba with 3:41. Couldn't knock down the free throw. At ito na yung sinasabi kong kailangan gawin ng LSM in this game. Make a run for it in the third quarter. Build enough lead, enough cushion para pagdating ng fourth quarter mas mag-exert ng mas maraming energy itong British-Fba, and they will have to use every bit of it to make a run na time a 5-point lead for LSM. This is their largest lead of the game. Aguilar again for 3. That's 3 3-pointers for Knox Aguilar. Earlier hitting it from the right wing, this time on the left. 9 points para dito kay Knox Aguilar, all from the 3-point area. Alex Chu to answer. That is too strong. LSM matching the largest lead of the game para dito sa British-Fba at 8. Aguilar, hit check time. Just couldn't convert on his fourth one. Could have been big for them, pushing the lead here to 11 points if he does. 3 minutes remaining in this third quarter. LSM, British-Fba looking to fight it off. Still on the run here, a 16-1 run to be exact. Oudston thought about that shot. Looking to snatch some ankles. Alex Chu for 3. This time, nagsisettle na sa 3-pointers. Itong British-Fba, something that they didn't do on that opening half of basketball. Merelos couldn't secure that putback. Look at Rev Sumulong, smallest guy on the court, getting that offensive rebound. Almost a miscommunication. Se had an open lane. Decides to pass it to Merelos. Could have gone all the way itong si Joaquim Se, but with 5 seconds to go, needs to have this shot. Merelos, jumper, in and out. Oudston needs to take over in this quarter. Final 2 minutes 18. Kailangan na siya dito ng kanyang kupunan. Talking about Jack Oudston. Ryder Tan in the middle. Balik kay Oudston. Nice pass. Just lost the ball on that possession. Luis Lopez throws up a wild prayer as Merelos looks to attack after that pound dribble. A minute 57 remaining. Second foul on Alexander Chu. 41-33, 8-point advantage for LSM. Merelos looking to step through. Nice steal by Oudston. Here's Jack looking to beat Joaquim Se to the cup, and Jack Oudston will be fouled here by Joaquim Se. That's number 3, I believe, on Se, or 4. Ooh, that's only his first. I thought Joaquim Se had a couple of fouls, and with a minute 41 to go in the third quarter, that's only the first foul of Joaquim Se. So that goes to show the discipline that this player has put up, at least in the last 2 games for LSM. British-Fba, that's only their 3rd point. As you see, watching on the screens there, supporting Jack Oudston and British-Fba as they haven't scored their field goal yet. Lahat yan galing sa 3-point or sa free throw area. Rev sumulong. Shot won't fall. And a fight for the rebound. Meron tulak na itatawag, I believe, dito kay Inigo Makalindog, and he looks fine after having that injury scare earlier. A minute 15, looking to inch closer and score their first field goal itong British-Fba. Here's Jack Oudston, passes it, a shot from the corner, that wouldn't work. Oudston has at least 17 points in this contest. No field goals for British-Fba. Makalindog for 3. That is off the mark. Oudston secures that rebound. Balik dito kay Alex Chu. Has 5 points all in the second quarter. Hasn't put up a good shot so far. Ryder Tan looking for some comfort. Balik dito kay Alex for 3. Hits front rim. And those outside shots now not falling for British-Fba. Balik dito kay Knox Aguilar who has 3 3-pointers and make it 11 points for Knox Aguilar. A spark off the bench para dito kay Coach Lon. 8 points in the third quarter para dito kay Knox Aguilar. Thus an 8-point lead. Alex Chu cannot hit another bomb. On the run is Knox looking to score his 13th point. Goes for that cross. Knox Aguilar floats one. That is off the mark. And we will end our second quarter. I should say third quarter in this game. 43-35. An 8-point advantage for LSM. Fourth quarter action coming up dito sa Milcu Sports Got Skills Under 15 School-Based Division. Jack Oudston, Luis Lopez, and British-Fba looking to make one more big run in the fourth quarter. They are field goal-less nung ating third quarter but has had a lot of good opportunities to score. Missing those outside shots once again. Lopez couldn't score their putback as Inigo Makalindog will give it to Knox Aguilar who has 11 points in this game. 8 points total on that third quarter as Joaquim Se begins the proceedings here at the fourth quarter. Baron Mercado covering the action for Milcu Sports Got Skills Under 15 School-Based Division. Ryder Tan couldn't hit that drive. Se almost fumbled that ball, making that quick pass. Ball is trapped there. Sumulog will send it to Inigo. Knox Aguilar is open on the left pin, but Se decides to drive. Couldn't hit that layup. There's a whistle call. Lev Sumulong will be called for his first foul of the contest as Lourdes School of Mandaluyong has scored 16 points compared to only 3 for British-Fba, and just like what I have said, they made a run for it on the third, and now a 10-point lead is staring right in front of British-Fba. Lopez couldn't complete that basket. Knox Aguilar has been the hero of that third period for them. Sumulong bigay dito kay Aguilar as Joaquim Se sets in their offense. Inigo makalindog. Fakes for that one. Shoots this three instead. Couldn't hit. Look at Lev Sumulong fighting for that rebound. Again, the smallest player on the court. Looking to get another opportunity for their squad. Outsten has 17, make it 19 and 1. So after at least 12 minutes of basketball action, that is the first field goal of British-Fba on the second half. Let's see if Jack Outsten could reach 20 points in this game. 45-37. Outsten will look to complete his three-point play when we return. Jack Outsten with 19 points. Leading all scorers here as he swishes the second opportunity right there. Has 20 points itong si Jack Outsten. Cuts the lead to 7 I should say. Had the lead as high as 10 points. Lev couldn't hit that three-point bomb. Recovered by Garcia. Here's Makalindog with a spin. Inigo, tough basket. Won't fall for him. Outsten looking to make a run for this one. Cuts the lead to 7 with that floater. Bit too strong. Lopez will shoot his free throws. Itong si Luis. Carlos Garcia will be called for that foul. And this time, ito namang British-Fba looking to attack. Let's see if Lopez can hit his free throws. That time masyadong malakas. They ended the third quarter scoring 35 points. All 3 points make it 4. Coming in from Outsten and Luis Lopez. A 2-possession ball game. 45-39 is the score. 7 minutes, 17 remaining dito sa ating fourth quarter. Morelos has at least 8 points. Here's Garcia. Elbow jumper. Won't fall. It is recovered. Sabi ni Tew, I will hold this ball and give it to Outsten. Lopez with a cross. Almost falling down. Balik dito kay Jack. Has 20 points. Outsten sends it. A 3 from the corner. Couldn't hit. Lopez with that offensive rebound. Still won't work. Outsten finds an angle for that 2. Has at least 22 points is Jack Outsten, looking to carry this team for their first victory. LSM looking to complete or to just hold on to this victory. Nice pass inside. Morelos will finish. Starting to score here is Morelos, has at least 10 points in this game. Outsten attacks and scores back-to-back. 7 points in the fourth quarter for Jack Outsten. Has 24 points at least on my count. Se will be called for that offensive foul. Kanina si Miko Noel ng De La Salle Sobel has scored 34 points. Outsten has 24 in my count. Last 6, he will be the second player who scores 30 this game. Or this game day, I should say. Let's see if he can reach that 30-point margin. Alex Tew has that range. We'll give it to Outsten. 7 points in the fourth. Ryder Tan hasn't scored in the half. Here's Sharma entering the game with 4 fouls. Now on the run, looking to make a move is Espinosa. Gives it to Baroga. Here's Chazi. Wild shot. Won't work. Oudston again has 24. Has scored 7 of their last 8. Oudston looking for that familiar shot of his. That didn't work. Reario with 4 fouls. Give it to Baroga. Chazi. Merelos thought about that 3. Traveling call. Could have just pulled the trigger. Etong si Marcos Merelos has a space for him to shoot over his defender but decides to drive at the last second. And that slight hesitation will be the reason why they are called for a traveling call. 47-43. Oudston is open for 3. That is off the mark. Ryder Tan secures their offensive rebound. Turns, shoots, can score. Oudston will be called for that foul as he fights that rebound off Merelos. Only his first personal foul, but we'll give that foul here. As I look at the scoreboard, LSM already at the penalty, something that British-Fba can take advantage of. Espinosa to Reario. DJ turned away. Good rejection by Sharma. Reario to Espinosa with that one-hand floater is in. Making it up for his teammate na nakuha yung atake. Got his shot blocked. Oudston. 26 points for Oudston. Has 9 of their 10 points in the fourth. A one-man wrecking crew. Another floater. This time Reario couldn't finish. Se will be fouled by Sharma. That's it for Arav. Ooh, a tough loss for British-Fba, and of course, to the delight of LSM. Literal na one less big problem for them in the fourth quarter. As Arav will exit with at least 5 points and a couple of rebounds and that block. Joaquim Se at the line, 50-45. Couldn't complete the second. Lopez secures that rebound. Meron tulak na itatawag dito kay Se, his second personal foul. O make it third for Joaquim Se. So it's penalty situation. Now, Oudston now has 26, at least sa bilang ko. Can reach the 27-28 point mark at the free throw area. With 3 minutes 53 to go. LSM is at the penalty. Every foul na gagawin nila, free throws for British-Fba, 27 for Jack Oudston. Still at 27. Possession, balik dito sa LSM. Another close game for Lourdes School of Mandaluyong. Tignan natin if they have learned from that mistake. 95-93 was the score. Merelos would not pull the trigger. Gives it to Espinosa. Here's Matthew. DJ Reario for 3. Good! A big shot from the corner. Increasing the lead to 7 is DJ Reario. Ryder Tan needs to help Oudston. Nakabuelo. Jack Oudston and 1. Has at least 29 points in this game. Looking for another 30-point performance. The second 30-point performance perhaps in this game day. Timeout muna. Oudston will be back at the line when we return. Jack Oudston has at least 12 points in the fourth quarter. The only scorer for them was Luis Lopez. Has at least 29 points itong si Jack Oudston. Reaches the 30-point barrier. So I believe those are the proud parents of Jack Oudston. Scores a 30 bomb once again. So dalawang games na tayong meron na ikitang 30-point performance. But that is a crucial three by Marcos Merelos. He has at least 15 points on my count. Oudston all the way. That won't go. 7-point lead with 2 minutes 48 remaining. LSM, they will look for the kill. Reario on that drive. Turned away. Good block by Tan. Reario knocks Aguilar. Big shot. Se with a putback. Won't work. Leaks it out. Here's Oudston. He has 30 points. Goes for that wild reverse. Aguilar secures that rebound. Knox Aguilar has at least 11 points in this game. 8 on the third. Merelos looking to take control. Here's Marcos stepping through for that free throw jumper. Espinosa put back. Merelos again. Last touch by Oudston. British-Fba down by 7. They will play defense. Again, what a game by Jack Oudston. Let's see how will LSM finish this game off. Final 2:04 remaining. (56-49), nearing the last 2 minutes. LSM, they will look for a big shot as we are nearing the last 2 minutes. Jack Oudston has 30 points. 13 out of their 14 points so far galing kay Oudston. He has scored all of their points here, or I should say majority of their points in this fourth quarter. Here's one player that can score. Itong si Alex Chu. Hasn't hit. Tan has been struggling in this game. Lopez has scored that lone free throw. Swings it. Chu from the middle. Airmails that three. Could have hit that big shot. Has 5 points in this game itong si Chu. He has that range. He can hit those. Yun nga lang, hindi maipasok ni Alex Chu yung possession. No choice but to foul on that last play. Lopez, third team foul for British-Fba. They are looking to make one more stop. Espinosa breaks free. 3-possession ball game. Oudston is on a hurry. Tan stepping on the line is in. Tan secures that basket. Balik sa 7 ang kalamangan. Knox Aguilar will give it to Espinosa. Nice look, Reario. Couldn't complete. Ryder Tan secures that rebound. Now on the push. Ball is loose. It is on the possession. Or it will be on the possession of LSM. Final 6-7 seconds remaining. 7-point deficit for British-Fba. LSM looking to close the deal here. Let's see if they can hit one big shot. Nox Aguilar has had a beautiful third quarter for them. Let's see what Espinosa can do. Here is Matthew. Went for that drive. Lopez will be called for his third personal foul. Big free throws for Matthew Espinosa. He was the one who scored the last basket para dito sa kampo ng LSM. This is on the first. Buhay pa ang British-Fba. This time, this British-Fba squad wish they can hit those outside shots back as Espinosa drains the second. 8-point lead. Oudston looking to break free of this defense. Jack looking for that shot. Bibigay kay Tan for 3. Fouled. Shooting that 3-pointer. That is a poor foul on the side of LSM. I believe. Oh, only a 2. Lucky for LSM. Thought that was shooting a 3. Tan secures the first. Makes the second, so yeah, it is a 3-point foul. So big free throws here by Tan. 2 out of 2 so far, out of 3 shots. With 47 seconds remaining. Knocks all 3 free throws down. Lead is only 5. Espinosa has scored the last 3 points for LSM. Morelos on the drive. Morelos with a finish. Pushes the lead to 7. Looking to make a quick pass. Quick shot. Tan will be stripped by that play. So this time LSM has done a good job closing the gap here and giving them this 7-point lead. And I believe FBA will not foul here. LSM will have their first win dito sa Milcu Sports Got Skills Under 15 School-Based Division. And that is this game. What an effort by Jack Oudston. He has scored 30 points in this game, but it wasn't enough as LSM will secure that elusive victory. Ryder Tan has played well for them. Talking about British-Fba, Reario has hit that big shot from the corner to give them a 7-point lead, and that proves to be enough for this whole Lourdes School of Mandaluyong squad. Only their first victory, but nonetheless getting it on the right time. Final score is 61 to 54. Again, this squad had a couple of close contests, a couple of close games on their hands. Finally, sinking their first victory dito sa ating tournament. As we wait who will be our best player of the game, marami tayong options. It could be Matthew Espinosa. It could be Marcos Morelos. And here he is with 15 points, 12 rebounds, and 1 assist. Finally, nakabawi itong si Marcos Morelos after causing them to lose on that last play. All smiles for Marcos. Congratulations to Lourdes School of Mandaluyong. Third game of fourth will be a battle of 2 NCAA schools as University of Perpetual Help takes on JRU Bomba. Magbabalik tayo dito sa Milcu Sports Got Skills Under 15 School-Based Division.